ਤੋਂ ਐਤਵਾਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਅੱਜ ਬੜਾ ਇੰਟਰਸਟਿੰਗਲੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਟੂਡੀਓਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਨੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਮੈਨਕਾ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨੇ ਐਲਫ ਫਿਲਿਪਾਇਨਾ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਆਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਸਪਾਈਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪਹਿਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਆ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਸਪਾਈਸ ਦੇ ਲਾਈਵ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਆਏ ਨੇ। Alofa Malo, Alf, welcome once again to Radio Spice. I know the campaign is on, but at the same time, you know, you have worked for a long time within the community. So tell us more about your journey so far and how you're feeling with the current elections.
Firstly, Sathrigal and to our community. And look, I just want to acknowledge your work. Also Spice. It's just so cool to meet people who are sharing achievements with our Indian community. So my journey really started at 14, where I knew what I wanted to be, and that was a police officer. So I knew that I had to get English and maths. I got English and maths, left the college in 77, joined the police in 1978.
Yeah.
And South Auckland was the majority of my time. And I stayed in the police for 38 and a half years. During that time, I then got asked to stand for council in the Manukau City Council days. 2003, I stood as an independent.
Wow.
And against a Labour ticket. And got elected by our community onto the Manukau City Council as the councillor for Māngere. So that's how my journey started. I've been there since then. So it's been a very good journey.
It is a long journey as well, a very experienced journey. So I guess you've seen the community, you know, I guess grow and also diversify in many different, you know, I guess shapes and forms within South Auckland. Like you look at Manukau, it's expanded in terms of the boundaries, you know, where people stayed originally, and how quickly the new developments have come, and the rezoning of many of the, you know, electorate zones as well. So how do you feel the way the current settings are within, say, the Manukau council ward?
Well, I mean, the Manukau City Council, for example, at the time it was the second largest council in New Zealand, next from Auckland. Now, you speak about the changes, the boundaries. So for the Manukau ward, where I put my name forward, the Manukau ward includes Māngere, Otahuhu, Papatoe, Otara and Papatoetoe. So that's how big it's gone. And it has gone big. But then you have a look at the people in those areas. Majority in Otara, Pacifica. Majority in Māngere, Pacifica.
Yes.
The majority in Otahuhu, Pacifica. Indian community.
Yes.
Papatoetoe, the majority, I believe, would be Indian community.
Yes.
And we've got our tangata whenua, mana whenua Māori. So that has got so much diversity.
Indeed.
It is so cool to see. It really is. So we need to embrace that diversity.
Of course.
And so that's why part of, well, I know that that's one of the reasons why, is to make sure that I include in any decision that I make all those ethnicities in the Manukau ward when I speak at the governing body table, which is the whole of Auckland. We make decisions. So that's why this area is so important. And our community, our Indian community. But look, I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Wonderful. I guess the elections which are on this year, there's certainly, you know, I guess there is a lot of, I guess, movement in terms of the candidates and also the profile of the candidates. They're from all walks of life. The Otara Papatoa reflects that diversity as well. But in terms of the council elections as a councillor election, tell us more about the boundary you're standing from, because that's very important. Not many from the new migrant communities understand the dynamics that works within the councillor settings.
Yeah. So the interesting thing with the councillor role is that when Auckland Council became Auckland Council in 2010, Auckland Council is 21 local boards and the wards.
Yes.
Right? So that's us, all of us together.
Yes.
But you have the governing body and the local boards. The governing body makes regional decisions.
Yes.
That you have across the whole of Tāmaki Makaurau.
Yes.
Local boards only stick within their local area.
Yes.
So that is an interesting dynamic where you have that situation. Governing body, local boards. The interesting thing for me is, again, you have to make sure that you know your area and you know your community. Again, I mentioned Papatoe with Otara Papatoe local board. That's still us as councillors, but the local boards do it. And you need to acknowledge the groups in those areas. Again, it's how can I put it? Every group needs respect, and the only way you can respect each of our communities is to see them, is to walk amongst them, is to talk to them, so then you have their view. That's what's so interesting with the dynamic around the local boards. Māngere Otahu, Otara Papatoe, that is the ward, Manukau ward. But I've always had respect for each of the communities. I don't care what nationality, ethnicity they are. They are people that need a voice. I am their voice. Hopefully will continue to be their voice after the selection.
Indeed. And I guess the ward, you spoke about the diversity, and also underlined there are common challenges, issues related to employment, related to access to good education, all of those. So tell us more about what you feel are important issues that needs to be addressed within this. Yeah.
I think the interesting thing is to let our community know that when you talk about housing, when you talk about education, when you talk about health, is to remember that is with central government.
Yes.
Now, local government, the issues for us, transport. Not about the CCO, but transport. How do we get good public transport for our community in South Auckland? So if we choose to go to West Auckland, choose to go to Auckland City, that we have the ability to do that on good public transport. We can do that because the streets council, when you have a look at our infrastructure around the pipes that end up doing wastewater and stormwater, again, let's invest in that. We can invest in that. This is why we end up having the money that we do in the investment. Climate change. Climate change is real. Look what happened at our floods and the cyclone. Look how many homes across Tāmaki Makaurau that had water up to their roof. So that is real. So we end up having a fund, a targeted rate for that. Have a look at safety. The police, everything else, that is with central government around the numbers. But we as council and our community banding together to say to our police officers, and in particular with the Manukau ward, which is County's Manukau Police, under Shannon Gray, who's the district commander, and his team, is to work alongside them. So then we could end up saying and we know what's happened here around the safety of our community, and in particular our shop owners, especially in Papatoe, but across our Manukau ward, is to make sure that their safety is paramount. And I'll do as much as I can by working with you, working with our community, to make sure that we as councillors and council do as much as we can around that safety. So those are the key things.
Indeed. And I guess the law and order is also, an issue which now obviously starting to get better, was a major issue in this area as well. Yeah. So coming in, Alf, I guess the question for a lot of the Indian voters who live in Papatoe and around, I guess, why they should vote for you.
Well, because I am a good voice.
Yeah.
I have no issue at all
Yep.
in putting their voices amongst the governing body table at council, but also having a voice for them at central government.
Yep.
Because there are some MPs that I know across the board. So it's putting the issues that if they come to me and say, Alf, what can we do? I can then go to at least the managers, the managers around Auckland Council to say, how do we end up helping our community with this? I can go to MPs that I know, Labour, just across the spectrum, but I can go to those and say, hey, look, our community in Papatoe, this is what they're saying. I can then also go to the local board, and which I have done. I'm trying to get the Business Improvement District, trying to get that up and running, because I know that Papatoe Hunters Corner needs the money to put into things that they want to, like security. I can talk to Adrian Wilson at Auckland Council to say, those officers that ended up getting paid out of the budget that Wayne had, how can we utilise them in Papatoe? How can we utilise our wardens? That's why I'm saying I will still be that voice, and I will continue to be the voice, not only for our Indian community, but in particular for our community in the Manukau ward. I will continue to fight, I have no doubt at all, because I've been doing that for many years.
After the elections are on, people have received, most of them, their votes, and a lot of them are making their way to polling booths, and there's within our community, Papatoe Goodwell's got a polling booth this coming Sunday as well. Many of them are deciding. So do you want to go through the key dates and also where they can actually find more information about you as well?
Okay, so the information is contained in the letters that our community will get.
Yes.
I suggest you just read them. Read who the candidates are. Obviously, from my perspective, is saying, hey, look, I've been doing this. I've advocated for the community for many, many years. Please have a look and you make the decision. So on the 11th is when everything is decided, but you have up until I think the last day is about the 10th to post it. So it's a postal ballot. And so go to our libraries. Go online at Auckland Council to find places close to you. That's what you need to do. So those are the dates. And, don't leave them on the bench.
Of course.
But if you're voting for somebody else, that's okay. You can leave it on the bench. But if you're voting for me, please pick it up and put them into the box.
And Alf, I guess, at the end, the message you want to leave our listeners with that truly, I guess, encapsulates your vision for, the area you're representing.
Well, I mean, look, the vision for me is, and it's always been the vision, is to make it a safe community for everybody. It's simple as that. I mean, because that word safe has got a lot of connotations with safe. You've got environmentally safe. Natural environment. Be safe with that. Climate change, but it's to be safe. And for me, the other word is accessible. I have always been accessible. My email is there. My contact phone number is there. And if you have an issue, and I'm getting them anyway, but if you have an issue in particular about Auckland Council, whether it be rates, whether it be infrastructure, water, transport, please ring me or email me, even better.
ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਐਲਫ ਫਿਲਿਪੀਨਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਾਇਨਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ, ਮੈਨੂਕਾਊ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਨੇ, ਸਾਊਥ ਆਕਲੈਂਡ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਪੈਪਟੋਈ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਓਟਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੋਟ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ 3 ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੇ। 1 ਇੱਕ ਮੇਅਰ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ 2 ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਪਟੋਈ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ 4 ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਵਾਰਡ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਕਾਂਸਟੇਬਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ। ਬਹੁਤ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਰਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਐਤਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕਲ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਖੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇਹ ਸਿਲਸਿਲਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਰੀ ਰੱਖਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ। ਬਸ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਹੀ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਮਾਪਤ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟਸ ਆ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਰਹਾਂਗੇ। ਆਪਣਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਰੱਖਣਾ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।